right, greetings, Earthlings. How we feeling today on a Friday, high noon? Listen, I look at it like this. We made it through another week of insanity. We're here. We're in place. We're going to give you the show, high noon. And the tradition continues where I like to shout out a pre-show post of the day because I always have my eye on the comments board when we have our pre-show meeting. And today goes to our new friend, Red Jet Shell. She's out here doing the Lord's work, and she says, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Red Jet Shell. I never say that. I probably should be saying that like multiple times a show every day, but I never can remember because I'm juggling a million things over here. But thank you, Red Jet Shell, for that. Like and subscribe. We're all here. Creative Tony's here. You got a bear on your hat today. Tony, what's going on? As Marvin Gaye would say, what's going on?
You said looks like we made it, which that's Barry Manilow, right? Looks like we made it. Is that Barry Manilow?
I believe it is. That's a guy right there. I don't own a single record or song by man, and I got no problem with him, but I don't own any of his stuff.
I always thought Manilow and Joe Montana looked alike back in the 80s.
There's no question. There's no question. The similarity is sometimes startling, especially when Joe was young. You know?
Right. Right, definitely. I've never seen Barry Manilow either. I don't own any of his records. My parents did when I was a kid. So, but I don't remember them ever spinning them around me. It was a big Elton John and Neil Diamond house for us growing up, and Jim Croce too, Paulie.
Whatever happened to Jim Croce, dude? Nobody talks. I don't know a lot about Jim Croce, but I know like he was a big presence in like the early 70s. You never hear Jim Croce's name. Forgive me for even asking. Is he he's no longer with us? I'm assuming.
I don't think he is. I have to double check. But dude,
bad story, or was it like a regular passing? I don't even know. I don't know the Jim Croce story out there. I really don't. Forgive me.
Oh, it was a plane crash. Died at the age of 30. That's right, in a plane crash. Jesus.
Oh, now I feel bad. I didn't know that. I wouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Jim Croce. Respect to the Croce family.
September 20th, 1973, he passed away. And man, dude,
I didn't know that.
Man,
why haven't they made the biopic about Jim Croce then? You know what I mean?
Where's his question, man? Yeah. If I have to say I love you in a song, Operator, Time in a Bottle, Bad Leroy Brown.
That's a good one.
Come on, man.
Leroy Brown, baddest cat in the whole damn town or something like that. Yeah, I know Bad Leroy Brown. Sure.
Dude, badder than old King Kong, meaner than the junkyard dog. Paul.
Yeah. Well, whatever it takes. Listen, rest in peace, Jim Croce. I was innocent. I was just asking a question. I had no idea he went down in a plane crash. I didn't know. You know?
It's okay, Paulie. And by the way, this is the portion of the program where we give double guns to Elon Musk because as of right now, it's showing one person watching us on Twitter right now. So thank you to that one person.
You know what? Let me stop you right there. Yeah. Let me pause you right there. How can there even be, I'm serious about this. How can there even be one person watching on Twitter when the show is not even on Twitter? That's what
it's on Twitter, but there's a streaming issue where it's not reaching all of the accounts that it
ain't reaching me. It's not reaching me.
I feel like maybe later on the show, should we do a live tweet to Elon?
No, he'll shut us down because he's a little baby. He'll freaking shut us down. You know what I mean? He's got thin skin. He can't take it. But this is week 2 now where we've been really super frustrated with Twitter. And I do apologize to the people
Rod Brooks called us yesterday. It was like, guys, are you guys noticing this crap on Twitter? We said, yes, exactly. Kruger and I were texting last week. Damon Bruce, we were texting last week saying, what the hell is going on? So Paulie, if you can give me a what the hell, please, on a Friday, if you don't mind, I would like a what the hell, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. I got you covered. What are you looking for? Charles, another guy, Charles Grodin, rest in peace. Stand by. Yeah.
What the hell?
100% what the hell?
Speaking of rest in peace, just a couple of rest in peace birthdays today. My guy, Walter Becker of Steely Dan, rest in peace. It's his birthday today.
What happened to him? When did he die? I have no Steely Dan information. Zero. Like what's his story?
He died in 2017. I believe it was brain cancer.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that.
Fagan and Becker, dude. Fagan and Becker. And they would just write music and then have studio musicians, man, just making good music. And then also, Paulie, happy heavenly birthday to Kurt Cobain today. So,
we're off to a very depressing start to the show. We're talking about listen, I was a very big Kurt Cobain fan, and I sometimes I do wonder what like I would be so curious to know what kind of music he'd be making today, because I guarantee you he'd still be writing songs. He was an incredible songwriter, but I didn't know today was his birthday. Happy birthday, Kurt Cobain. We miss you. I miss you a whole bunch. And
Yeah.
as far as like people dying of brain cancer, geez, we got so far today. Here's what we're off to in 5 minutes: brain cancer deaths, plane crash deaths, suicide deaths in Cobain's case. The whole thing, Tony. We got to change gears here too. We got to make this a little more uplifting on a Friday.
Let's uplift it. Lift us up where we belong, where the eagles fly, like mountain high to the mountain high.
Can I tell you the truth, Tony? I've been in love a few times in my life, and I don't think I've ever been lifted up so high that I'm amongst the eagles. Have you?
Well,
I'm just asking. That's he's saying a lot with that lyric.
Where
Like
the eagles fly.
Have any of you guys ever flown with the Eagles simply as a byproduct of being in love? I'm asking an innocent question. I can't say that I have. I've never ascended to the heights with the Eagles. You know what I mean?
Also, speaking of the Eagles, Patty sent a text earlier today saying Happy Friday, but she spells Fry of Friday with Frey in honor of Glenn Fry. So happy Friday, Paulie. And what's the music video with Glenn Fry, and he's in with the fans, and he's in the office and the blinds and is that Smuggler's Blues? Is it Smuggler's Blues?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
No, I don't know. I don't know. It might as well be the Smugglers. What the hell? Dude, come on, Fry. I like Glenn Fry too. I think he's a super cool guy. I'm bummed out that he passed away. I think he had cancer too. I think that's what happened to him, or an aneurysm, or some weird thing. But no, it's Smuggler's Blues. You got me, brother.
Oh no, Paulie, I take it on. It's either I think it's You Belong to the City. Is the
that's
video.
Another one, dude? You belong to the city, dude. I'm not just being honest with you. No disrespect, Patty, because I love Patty and I love Glenn Fry. But when I heard You Belong to the City come on the radio back in the day, I was changing the station. I'm just being honest. How about you?
Fry solo. I mean,
right.
Like a comedic effect, sure. You know, it's the Smuggler's Blues. So, anyways, I was gonna uplift the show from the depressing topics we were talking about by doing some numerology, Paulie. Before we
we've been forgetful on that front. Let's catch up. Where are we today?
I'm gonna go with first of all, we're episode 266, Paulie. So numerology today, and remember, you can do any combination of the numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna go number 66 from the Hogs, from the Washington Redskin Hogs, Joe Jacoby. Okay, we're going way back to number 66, Joe Jacoby, and then I'm also going to go number 62, the ace of the Giants staff, who we expect big things again from this year. Just Mr. Consistency, Mr. Iron Arm, Mr. 200 plus innings a year, Logan Webb, Paulie. So take it away from there.
Okay, I'm sorry, Tony. I have to be completely honest with you. I was a little distracted right now. I'm putting out fires as we do the show. Could you run me through your two selections again, please? I apologize. One more time.
Yeah, I hope the fires are okay. I hope the fires have been put out. That's good.
I think we're good. I think we're going to make it. But go ahead, T. I'm sorry. Your two choices again?
Joe Jacoby, 66, Washington Redskins, from the Hogs, from the O-line, the Hogs back in the day, and then Logan Webb, 62. So
okay, all right, here's what I'm going to do, Tony. I'm going to go with a former 49er running back, Wendell Tyler, at number 26, and then I'm going to leave number 6 hanging out there on a limb, and I'm going to go to a guy like we don't talk about a lot, but we probably should, a perennial Gold Glover at first base. Shout out JT Snow. Okay, shout out JT Snow, man. I was a fan of JT Snow. He was like, he had a good bat, great freaking glove. I think, didn't he end his career with the Red Sox for like a minute? He got traded to the Red Sox. I think he retired. Isn't that the appropriate kind of course for him? You guys, Lily says yes. Yeah, he was at Red Sox at the end. Yeah.
After he left the Giants, I kind of tuned out. But dude, JT Snow is about to start his managerial career with the Modesto Roadsters, Paulie. His first season, and it's the debut. It's the inaugural season of the Modesto Roadsters.
Dude, we got to reach out. We got to get JT on the show. Let's have him. Let's talk Roadsters ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great call. And so let's actually, Dom Peralta forwarded us an email yesterday. Let's see. They're having their event. They're having an event next Wednesday. Get a chance to meet the coaching staff. We should definitely try and get JT on. definitely good. Their logo is pretty cool too. It's wow, right on. So go JT Snow. Can I also just our Lord Lucifer, the Dark Lord? Just if we add another 6, it could be 666, the number of the beast.
Somebody call my name. Somebody call out for the Dark Prince on a Friday, high noon. Shout out high noon, y'all. And what do you need, Tony? What do you need from the Dark Prince, Lucifer?
I just wanted to acknowledge you, Lord Lucifer,
as you should. Matter of fact,
in our numerology today, this is episode 266, and I wanted to add a third 6 just to acknowledge the Dark Prince. That's all.
His number is 666. Hold on.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Shout out to the Dark Prince Lucifer watching over all of us on a Friday. Hey guys, hopefully look at Lily Merchant, JT Snow, my favorite giant ever. Yeah.
Wow.
And you know what? I feel like Lily, that era of Giants baseball, like late 90s, early 2000s Giants. Have you noticed this too, Tony? Like nobody talks about those guys anymore.
Right.
Your Jeff Kents, Bonds is always going to pop up in these conversations. But I'm talking about like your Bill Millers, your JT Snows, your Daryl Hamiltons, your Sean Estises, all those guys, dude. You know what I mean? That was a pretty good era of Giants ball.
It was a good era of Giants ball. And I also wonder if Lily Merchant, was he also like, did she love JT because of his physical appearance? I would say that JT Snow might go down as one of the handsomest Giants, maybe up there with Sean Estes in Giants lore as far as the looks of a giant, the handsome factor.
Who, Tony?
Are you okay over there?
I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of Bruce Springsteen stuff simultaneously. Bear with me, dude. I'm listening, but I'm also trying to get Bruce tickets. So keep talking. Sorry, I'm just being totally honest. Go ahead. Ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was talking about Lily liking JT Snow because of how he looked and how handsome he is. That's all.
He is a handsome guy. Well, let me ask you this. Let's do a handsome off of that era of Giant baseball. I got JT Snow in one corner. I got Sean Estes in the other. Who wins the handsome off?
That's what I just said. You were doing it's okay.
I know. I'm talking to I'm getting situated on E Street here. Sorry, buddy. So anyway, who would win the handsome off? Who do you like in that contest?
Snow. Well, they're both lefties, actually. So I think I'm
going Estes. I think I'm going Estes as far as just the handsome off goes. That's just me.
Well, I would maybe pick JT Snow because he was a switch hitter, and might that be synonymous with his choices in life off the diamond?
Wait, dude. Well, you can't be saying that, dude. You cannot be saying that.
It's a joke, dude. It's a joke. It's a riff.
I don't think he'd like that. I do not think JT Snow. Hey, JT, come on our snow. Tony accused you of being a switch hitter. You're cool with that, right?
No, I made a joke of a riff, and because of he is a switch hitter. And by the way, he improved when he stopped switch hitting. By the way, he improved.
Yeah, you've said that a bunch, actually. You've said that a bunch. You don't seem to be a fan of switch hitting in general.
Yes, I'm not. Well, I mean, hitting's hard enough, man. Hitting's hell no. Hitting's hard enough, dude. Hitting's hard enough. I don't know why you want to try to do it from both sides, but that's to each their own. And I don't know. I see certain kids that are trying to, like these kids that show up to tryouts for Little League, and they were like, "Yeah, hey coach, I'm a switch hitter, so can I get pitches from both sides of the plate?" I'm like, "Have at it, dude. Have at it,
dude." How about this? We seem to have touched some kind of nerve with that era of Giants base. Big Al in Chico is talking about Rod Beck. God rest his soul. What a great Giant he was. I loved Rod Beck. I got NorCal Refrigeration, dude, coming in going, JT Snow, great smile. Great smile. Yeah.
Dr. Matt Young would be very proud of just love and appreciate the JT Snow smile for sure.
Totally. Great call. So, while we're talking baseball, Tony, why don't we make the big announcement? We've been kind of holding on to this for a while, but I think we finally have confirmed it that PNP Familia, you are cordially invited to join us for our second annual opening day get-together /party/viewing party. It's a Go Giants type of event. And then this year, we are going to be doing it at Standard Deviant Brewing, where we had our Christmas party. The good people at Standard Deviant, especially Mark over there, who we've been talking to a great deal, he was like, yeah, dude, bring the PNP Familia in. So they open their doors at about 4 o'clock. I would say let's give them a little bit of a buffer to like clean the joint up and stuff. Why don't we arrive around 4:30? And first pitch is what, 5:30, Tony?
5:15 against the Yankees. So I would say we'll be there at opening. So yeah, they'll be opening their doors at 4:00. So I would say, yeah, around 4:30. Come on in, and first pitch 5:15, Yankees Giants. It's the season opener for MLB. Like I think it's the only game on the slate on Wednesday night because the Giants have an off day the next day.
Right.
They don't play Thursday.
I hate that. They did that last year too. I hate the opening day and then a day off. Let's keep playing ball. We've waited long enough, you know?
Right. Totally, man. So they do that because the Giants Yankees matchup, right? And then they want a Wednesday night baseball game, I guess, whatever. And then, which is it's the 25th of March. Do you remember when opening day used to be beginning of April? Like
I do. It used to be like April 3rd, April 4th, April 5th, right around there. And it was, I don't know if you remember this, Tony, but I remember because Dom Peralta, our beautiful art director, made a customized poster for us last year. It's the exact same date as opening day last year, March 25th.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good call, by the way.
We do. We have 2 updates. There's all kinds of stuff going on right now. Go ahead, Tony. You take over, please.
Well, I'm just saying, I just saw in the chat. Thank you, Don Peralta. I see you in the chat. He says USA just scored. The USA men's hockey team against Slovakia, 1-0 USA men. And by the way, congrats again to the broads of USA for taking gold yesterday. What a win that was for them. And Paulie, if we can get another USA, Canada took care of business today. They beat Finland. I mean, they barely beat Finland 3-2.
Let's just talk about that for a second. So Finland was beating Canada 2-0. No Sidney Crosby. And Canada, like in a true underdog or late scrambling fashion, they come back, they tie the game. Tony, they hit the game-winning goal with, I think, 35 seconds left in the third period. Dude, we have really been entertained in these Winter Olympics. If you're a hockey fan, you are getting your money's worth. And Canada is now set in the gold medal game. They're waiting for the USA to arrive, and I expect that they will. This USA men's team is very, very good.
Dude, absolutely, Paulie. And it'll be a hell of a game, man, if it's USA, Canada. USA, handle your business. Canada's waiting in the wings. And it'd be phenomenal if the USA men and women could both get gold, and by beating Canada in both men's and women's. It'd be so sweet, dude. Also, Paulie, while we're talking gold medals, this is our musical assignment later on today.
Yeah.
If you still want to email in, pauliespod@gmail.com, feel free to email in your musical selection of the week, which is gold or silver related or winter related because of the Winter Olympics going on. And my song, it will be related to gold, but whatever you choose.
I'm still laughing about that Spandau Ballet yesterday, dude, when you queued up that gold thing. So that was the follow-up to True, I assume. Their first single, True. I know this much is true. Yeah, and then gold, dude. Great pull.
By the way, Paulie, can you name the artist who sampled Spandau Ballet's True in a hip-hop track?
Yes, I can, and I'm glad you asked. Let's get into it, dude. Shout out. I got a few comments about these guys. If you hip-hop guys are the old school, are going to know what I'm talking about. First of all, shout out PM Dawn, okay? PM freaking Dawn. Do you know the story? This is a true story. You can look it up and research this. You're going to find everything I'm saying is factual. Right around the time PM Dawn hit the scene, they had that. What's the name of their song? That's the way it goes, I guess. I remember that was the chorus. That's the way it
send me da, da, da. Yeah.
And they had the Spandau Ballet thing. So, dude, they were doing a gig in New York. This is a true story. They were doing a gig in New York City, PM Dawn, and they're doing their whole kind of lazy, quiet, peaceful, that's the way it goes, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, at a stage right, here they come. KRS-One and his whole crew, dude, they bum rushed the stage and threw those guys off the stage and took over the gig. I'm not kidding. Did you ever hear about that?
Dude, I did, dude. I did hear about that. I totally forgot about that. And by the way, Paulie, set adrift of memory bliss on you. Set adrift of memory bliss on me.
I don't want to go. I'm good.
But they sampled Spandau Ballet, by the way. So the genius to sample Spandau Ballet is pretty solid decision that they made back in the day. Paulie, I want to welcome Mark Wiseman to the program, and he's saying he's hearing the hockey talk. But did you mention the awesome U.S. women's curling team? And we have not given our propers to the U.S. women's curling.
No.
Paulie, take it. Go ahead.
Well, we haven't talked a lot of curling, but I want to say one more thing about the women's hockey before we go to curling. So I just want to say, I thought this was questionable to say the least, but did you see the aftermath of the U.S. women's Canada gold medal game yesterday. So the entire Canadian team has to line up, dude, and they looked so bummed out. It was a horrible loss for them. Dude, the officials from the Olympics come over and they present each Canadian player with a freaking stuffed animal. You believe that? They gave these girls stuffed animal. Did you see that? I'm not making this up. They were presented, and the girls are looking at these things like, what am I supposed to what am I going to do with this? I got a stuffed animal. That's great. I just lost a gold medal. You're giving me a freaking stuffed pony or something. Like, did you see that whole thing go down? It was unbelievable.
No, I did not, man. But I'm kind of, I'll have to go back and watch it, dude, because that's outrageous, man. Like, I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but nobody wants that after having your heart ripped out of your chest, and then you're gonna have the handed a stuffed animal, dude. No, thank you, dude. That's Jesus, man. What was the stuffed animal? Did you see what it was? A pony? Was it a pony?
You can find it on Twitter. It's all over the place. Yeah, it's some kind of little furry animal, and it's small. It's like this big. And then all these ladies are holding this stupid stuffed animal, and they look so pissed off. They look so sad. It was just a very odd Olympic moment. I'd rather not have the stuffed animal. Just give me my silver medal and let me get the hell out of here. You know what I mean?
Yes, Paulie, and real quick.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
The business that I want to mention is just, again, people, please, if you can go to the Polymax Particle page on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, please go to YouTube and watch on YouTube and like and subscribe while you're there at Polymax Particles. But I want to mention a couple new names that I see on the show. I want to welcome Dr. Sammy Munchkin to the show.
Welcome aboard, Munchkin. Hey, while you're here, subscribe and like. We need that from everybody. So help us out. Dr. Munchkin. And by the way, what area of medicine are you involved with, Dr. Munchkin? Just so I know, if I have like a pulled muscle, can I call you? Or are you a psychological doctor? Are you a therapist? I'm very curious. We need more doctors in the PNP familia. We do.
The Paulie, he's the one they call Dr. Munchkin. He's the
one nice, Tony. He's the one they call Dr. Munchkin. He's the one that makes you feel all right. Great.
By the way, did you notice that they just announced a tour? Motley Crue just announced a tour with Tesla and Extreme as
that's a good bill. That's a hell of a lineup. But I gotta say, dude, poor Vince Neil. You know what I mean? He's out there. He's at least 3 bills now. And
well, like, dude, Frankie Serrano's taking good care of himself, though. Nikki Sixx still looks damn good. I gotta say,
out of San Jose, which I like to remind people, Frank Ferrano, born in San Jose, became Nikki Sixx in Los Angeles. And Tommy Lee too. Tommy Lee is still like a fit. He's just like a party boy. He's like an overgrown teenager, like in his 50s now. You know.
Yes, and I bet this blood is still circulating well for Tommy Lee. If you get my drift.
Boy, you were all kind of feisty today, aren't you? Talking switch hitting, blood circulation. You're all Tony's getting loose on a Friday.
Hey, let's just say Tommy Lee's blessed. That's all we got to say. He's just blessed.
Hey, Don Peralta coming in too. Guys, don't forget Vince Neil's new nickname of this modern era, Vince Meal with an M. Vince Meal. Yeah, no, it's tough, dude. It's tough. Poor bastard. He's been through a lot, Vince Neil.
Hey, Paulie, I also over on Instagram Live, where I see our buddy RC Davis, a.k.a. Hot Plate 33. What's up, Dizzle? How you doing, RC? RC is also the man who makes Warriors Radio happen with Tim Roy, Tom Tober, and those guys. But also, Paulie, I want to welcome somebody I've never seen before on Instagram Live. This person's name is Beer Player with a Guitar Problem has joined our show.
Another welcome addition.
Player with a guitar problem, Paulie.
Hey, well, since RC is on board today, RC, I want to say thank you, brother, very, very much, and great to see you on board today. RC, please do join us for our opening day party at Standard Deviant. It's not far from Chase Center at all. If you haven't been, it's right off of 3rd Street, and it's probably, what do you think, a half mile from Chase, something like that?
I think it's like 3 blocks, dude. It's like 3 blocks.
So, RC, come on down. Bring as many of your Warrior compadres as you like, and we'll have an opening day view party for the Giants at Standard Deviant Brewing, beginning at 4:30 p.m. First pitch is 5:30 p.m. Yeah.
RC Davis would 5:15 first pitch P, and RC Davis would definitely appreciate the set adrift on Memory Bliss PM Dawn chatter that we were having a few months ago.
Why do you say that? Why are you so confident?
RC's a hip hopster. When it all boils down to it, RC's a big hip hop fan. He's a big fan of hip hop music. He and Shannon Kaler of the Stone Foxes go and see hip hop music shows all the time. So
I did not know that. That's news to me. That's wild. I don't even know Shannon Kaler liked hip hop. What kind of hip hop does Shannon like?
He basically follows RC's lead by pretty much. Seriously,
Nice.
honest to God.
Yeah.
But I've rapped Far Side with RC. I've rapped like Souls of Mischief with RC. So some good hip hop that I used to see back in the day. But
Tony,
Paulie,
stand by. Sorry to interrupt. We have another new face on the familiar chat today. I can't tell if it's Mr. or Mrs. It's Moonbeam McSwine. Welcome aboard, Moonbeam. Yes.
Paulie, Moonbeam McSwine. Ooh, do you see the double O's too?
I do. Now I do. I see the double O's. It's great to see new faces along with all the regulars. Your Mark Wiseman's, by the way, Rag's reporting today from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's out there visiting his kid. This might strike you as surprising, Tony, but I've always had a soft spot for the University of Pittsburgh sports because when I was a kid, I remember
Dan Marino guy.
No, but believe it or not, I was a big Tony Dorsett fan because I remember when he was playing college ball, he was such a phenom. And I still don't know how the Dallas Cowboys got him in the draft. How did they get their hands on Tony Dorsett? They must have traded up or something because Dallas was really good. They should have been a lot lower in the draft, but they got him. And obviously we know the rest. Tony Dorsett was he was kind of an undersized guy, but he was such a badass. And he's another running back that nobody ever talks about in this modern era. But Tony Dorsett was legit, and I enjoyed watching him at Pitt. I really did.
Oh, dude, Tony Dorsett was amazing, man. Again, hard to hate some of those Cowboys like Tony Dorsett, man. And I remember Marino being at University of Pittsburgh too, so with the big Pitt on the helmet. So respect, tip the cap to Dorsett and Marino.
I'm going to give you one more, Tony. If I'm sorry to interrupt you, I want to give you one more. I want to say, you know who else was impossible to hate was Roger Staubach. And Roger Staubach was Steve Young's idol growing up. So that was like Steve's guy was Roger Dossett, Captain Comeback and all that. He was a badass. So I got to interview Roger Staubach once. Total gentleman. With Murph. Total gentleman. Tony?
There we go. My microphone's stuck on the Roadcaster for a second. Sorry about that. Paulie, I also, while we're giving props and we're dishing out prop sandwiches all over the place, I want to give a big prop sandwich, and I know you do too, to Alysa Liu, the Oakland native, who brought figure skating gold for the first time in 24 years, dude. And by the way, born in Clovis. Fun fact, Paulie, who else that we love so much also from Clovis, Paulie?
She's one of my greatest spirit sisters of all time. I love her. I admire her. She's just an exemplary human being. The great Kate Scott out of Clovis. Yeah, I love Kate, man. Onward and upward. I'm so glad Kate Scott has become what I would legitimately call a superstar in the broadcasting biz. And she did it so quickly. And, people forget this too. Not only is she the first woman to be a play-by-play voice for an NBA team, she was also the first woman ever to call play-by-play for an NFL game. She did that with the 49ers. It was a preseason game, but even then, it had never been done before. So Kate Scott breaking down barriers, and she is worthy of everything she's gotten. She is, because she's excellent at what she does. She is a phenomenal talent. So yeah, Kate Scott out of Clovis. I'm very happy for all her success. And the fact, like you said, we got a figure skating gold medalist out of Clovis now too. Pretty badass. Although she aligns herself with Oakland, I think, T.
She does, but she's also born in Clovis. So if I'm the mayor of Clovis, for the next hometown parade, I'm going to try and get Kate and Alysa Liu to be the co-grand marshals of the parade in Clovis, if that'd be possible, dude, because that'd be great to honor the town of Clovis with Alysa Liu and Kate Scott. And also Oakland, let's have a nice welcome home to Alysa Liu when she comes home too, because what a story, man. What a freaking story. And by the way, if you read about her father and her family, like her upbringing, and her father leaving China, exiled child to the United States in 1989, for just a crazy story, man. So really, really quite a path for Alysa Liu, and couldn't be happier for her, man. I'm just in the town of Oakland. Let's go. And Oakland Ballers baseball is starting pretty soon too, man. So let's go. Raymondi Park. I want to do a PNP Familia hang at Raymondi Park for Oakland.
We can do that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Tony, another quick shout out to the chat line, which is especially crackling with energy today. I want to shout out my guy, Mike Val from San Francisco. Mike Val. He says that he was at the last gig we played at Brisbane Inn, And he said that's where his dad used to hang out. Yeah, it's a cool spot, man. In fact, I'll be back there again on March 20th. Please do come on down and have a good time. Sorry, Tony. Yes, what do you need?
No,
yes.
time out. I just gotta say I'm gonna slap myself for jumping into the conversation and cutting you off. But Mike Val, you're not the guy that brought in the cardboard box full of C's candy, are you? Because remember that guy? Dude, he was wearing the Pete Rose Reds jersey.
Yes.
And he walks in with like seriously 500 pieces of C's candy. He's like, "Oh yeah, I work at the C's factory. Here you go, guys."
Are you sure that was Mike Val?
No, I'm not. I'm asking if that was Mike, because
he says no. I think he says I was there prior. He does. So I don't know if he's riffing right now. Prior,
nice. Many moons before. Okay, well, Mike Val, come on out on March 20th, dude, because we get the next gig coming up. Paulie Mac and friends. On March 20th, which will be right before our PMP opening day hang at Standard Deviant. So lots happening in March, man. And also I'm kicking off March 1st in a big way. I'm gonna go see G Love and Special Sauce at the Guild on Sunday, March 1st. So I'm looking forward to that. And probably next week, by the way, I'm gonna see Stu Allen in Redwood City and a Bob Weir tribute. So that's coming up next Thursday night. So
actually,
lots happening on the peninsula.
Since you said that, I should probably throw this out there for anybody who's interested. Come on down. Mike Val, I'm talking to you and anybody else at the Brisbane Inn gig I'm doing on March 20th. We're billing it as a Polymac and Friends gig because we have a lot of different musicians kind of coming and going from the stage that night. We're going to do 2 sets, and our second set will be a Bob Weir tribute set also. So we're going to pay Bobby his respect and have a good time. Tony, I would like to do something real quick. I want to handle some PMP business. And then I want to shout out Dan Coach Emilio and Secure Money. But after we come back from that, I want to pick your brain about the Giants a little bit because they're going to play tomorrow. They got a game to what?
Yeah, no, I'm warming up. I'm getting ready. But I also want to do a top 3. We got a Tony's top 3 that I want to get into today as well, Paulie.
Okay, no, you got it, brother. But right now, let's give some love to one of our new sponsors. He is Dan Coach Emilio with SecureMoney.com. This is one of our new guys supporting the show, and he provides a very valuable service. I think Corinne from Fairfax has already touched base with Dan, and I think she said she met him the other day in Scottsdale. Hope you're having a good time, by the way, in Scottsdale, all of y'all. Let me just tell you a little bit about Dan and what he offers the PMP community. He's got 30 years of business in the financial game, 30 years of experience, rather. And he's basically dedicated himself and his career to providing his clients with honest service and productive and tangible results, all of which you deserve in the PMP Army and Familia. Now, the focus of Dan's work at Secure Money is safety and protection. 2 incredibly strong and meaningful words, safety and protection, meaning Dan is committed to helping you never lose money, which can happen, especially if you are into investing. Yes, you can win, but you can also lose. It goes both ways. Dan wants to make sure you don't lose ever. He's also going to help you and assist you with financial growth and alert you to different opportunities where you can grow the money that you have. And again, Dan is going to work with you. He's going to listen to your circumstances. He'll work with your budget. And again, he can maximize your income. And here's something I love. He can also help you pay fewer income taxes, which is one of my favorite things. And there's all kinds of ways to achieve that. We don't really know what they are, but people like Dan at Secure Money does. So again, maximizing your money while helping you pay fewer taxes. And then there's the big stuff, Tony. There's retirement planning. And I think some of us in the PMP community are getting to that age where you got to start thinking about that. In fact, dude, we talked to Jeff Faust, our buddy Jeff Faust with the Freestone Peaches last night. He was talking about his retirement. He was like, dude, I'm sick of working all these days. I got to commute. I'm driving around all day. He's like, I'm sick of it. I'm ready to retire. Maybe we should put Faust in touch with Dan Coach Emilio too, because my point is there are some of us in the community that are already looking at retirement and how to get there. And retirement planning is a big deal. Dan can help you with that. Dan can also help guide you through the proper life insurance policy. He can help you with IRA planning, estate planning, and then Tony, finally 401k rollover. So when you're ready to make the move, he's got access to guaranteed options. We're talking about paying 7% on 2-year terms, only 8% on 5-year terms. SecureMoney.com. Dan is a great financial advisor. Put him to work for you and get yourself into the best possible position in your financial life and your retirement. 1-888-960-SAFE. that if you're listening to the show, it's 1-888-960-7233. Again, Dan Coachimilio, with over 30 years in the business, Tony, he is the right guy to talk to when it's time to take on some of these very important issues.
Paulie, I have just a question for you. Would you like to turn your savings into guaranteed stress-free retirement income? Would you like to
Yes.
just
Yes, I would. Yes.
So would I.
Yeah.
I think everybody that listens to this show right now would like to do that. And that's what Dan can help with. That's one of the many things Dan can help with. Also, you mentioned taxes, Paulie. Cue up the tax man, the Beatles tax man, because it's tax time. We're in tax season right now. Many of Dan's clients have been able to reduce their taxes by $10,000 to $40,000 annually through Dan. You're getting straightforward advice for people who work hard and want real results. That's what Dan provides. Okay. And 401k, Paul, you mentioned like the retirement planning. At least for me, that stuff is so freaking complicated that I just am like, I look at it and it's almost like looking.
Yes, you both. It's like reading something in Mandarin. I don't understand any financial language at all. None.
No. So that's why I will be calling Dan. I think it was Dom and Neil Donardi and Andrew Markoulis we were all talking the other day, and they were all saying we all are going to contact Dan because we need help with all this kind of stuff and life insurance as well too. All of these options you can talk to Dan about. So email Dan at securemoney.com, or you can call him 888-960-7233, which is 888-960-SAFE. And you can also check the website, securemoney.com. And also, when you do talk to Dan, feel free to start talking some baseball. Dan's a seam head. Dan's all about America's pastime. And you want to talk about somebody who's fired up for tomorrow's season opener in spring training, the Cactus League opener, Dan Coachimilio. So passionate dude, and he believes in what he does, and he also chose a career path where he gets to help people, and that's what Dan does. He wants to help people out and create win-win situations. So check him out, Dan Coachimilio, Dan at securemoney.com if you want to email him.
And I see Los D on the board too. He's one of our other financial experts who's helped a lot of people out in the PNP family. And he's saying right now, it's the Dan. Well, actually, this is coming from Don Peralta. Danny C and Los D. The combo is gold. And by the way, thank you for that, Dom. You're right. If you're new to the show, because I do see some new faces today, our music assignment will happen in about 15 minutes or so. And today, in honor of the Olympics, we are accepting songs that are connected to the color silver, songs about gold, or songs about winter, since these are the winter games. So I have a couple of tracks. We'll get to that in just a minute. But Tony, I asked you about the Giants because they are playing tomorrow.
Probably one last thing about Dan and Secure Money. You were just talking about Carlos De La Fuente, and those of you who have met Carlos or those of you who have worked with Carlos can swear by Carlos. The reason we connected with Dan is he was recommended to us from Carlos. So it's all like connected. So it's all like the good people good people helping each other out. Like it's the trust thing, trusting Carlos, trusting Dan. And we've also been watching Dan on YouTube for a while on the NorCal Sports Network. So you can check him out there as well. But as far as your money, it's a trust thing. And you want to be able to trust these people with your money. And Dan Coachimilio is one of those guys, just like Carlos De La Fuente. And I just wanted to show people that it's all linked, Paulie. That's all.
Yeah, no, it is all linked. And Tony, as we get into the just following up on what I mentioned before, Giants play ball tomorrow. Do you know about any broadcasting coverage? Obviously, the game will be on the radio, but I don't know if there's any TV coverage. I'm not sure. But is Birdsong pitching tomorrow? Is that what we're hearing, or is that not accurate?
I thought I had read that, but I'm not positive because then I started trying to find it and I couldn't find it exactly. But then again, it's like if he pitches, he's going to be in a pitch count, and they're probably going to pitch a bunch of people tomorrow. So I'm just stoked, Paulie, that Giants baseball is back, that spring training officially begins tomorrow with first game, and then they're not even at Scottsdale Stadium tomorrow. They're at the Peoria Sports Complex against the Mariners. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh and the Mariners tomorrow, and then they host the Cubs on Sunday. So at Scottsdale Stadium. So it's just those of you who are down there, have a freaking great time and enjoy just this Arizona sunshine and the crack of the bat, the pop of the glove that sounds different than it does during the regular season. So enjoy all of it.
Couple things here. For one, let me shout out another one of our good friends and newest sponsors. Tom Stack is on the line right now, and he's throwing. Tom, we can do it via email generally, but I'll shout out your title anyway. Those who want to play with the music assignment, send your contributions into pollyspod@gmail.com. We make a list and we'll read them all off. But Tom Stack checking in via comment line. He goes, deep pull too. Winter in America by Gil Scott Heron. And Gil Scott, by the way, hosted Saturday Night Live, or he was music guest on Saturday Night Live during the first season. I remember seeing that because Richard Pryor was on that show too. But anyway, Tom Stack, I hope you got your Bruce tickets, man. I know he had a lot of irons in the fire, and I would like to congratulate Miss Scarlet Fire, a.k.a. Bonnie from New Jersey. She got in, and she got her Bruce ticket. So congratulations, Bonnie.
Nice.
I'll see you at the gig. It's going to be awesome. Look at Mike Val talking. Wow, dude, very creative. Let's go Bruce Springsteen singing Fire at the Winterland. Get it? Nice. At the Winter. Awesome. Mike Val, awesome contribution. We'll do the whole formal presentation at about, what time are we going to start the assignment, T? You tell me.
Probably close, I don't know, about 10, 15 minutes or so. I have to be out at 1:20 today, by the way, just so you know. So just, family stuff going on. But Paulie, Tom Stack saying he got his Bruce tickets as well. So
nice.
Very good. I need my Bruce tickets as well. So I need to basically make
some calls. Yeah.
Make some calls, get to work on that secondary market, see who I can, and I'm not looking for comps here. I'm just looking to get in.
Get in the door. Looking to get in the friggin' door. Congrats, though, Tom Stack. I'm glad. Guys like Tom Stack, you don't question him. You know he's going to get in one way or another. He knows people that know people. He's pulling levers all over the place. And, Scarlet Fire, I smell a PMP pre-show meetup. Hey, yo, Bonnie, 1,000%. I might take the whole day off, dude. I might not even do a show that day. I'm going to be so amped up.
It's a Monday, dude. The show's a Monday. That's going to be a tough.
Well, imagine the next day. We want to talk about being on fumes. I remember there was one time when Bruce did a show in San Jose. I think this is in 2009. And I went down. Pecan went. In fact, I drove Pecan to that gig. Murph was there. And, dude, we all took in this Bruce show at the Shark Tank. And we had a show the next morning, a morning show. Bro, I rolled in there like I think I had slept for about 45 minutes. And I came in, I'm like, yeah, how you guys doing? Good to see everybody. Like I had no voice left. But sometimes you got to suck it up. We'll do a show the next day, and we'll hope that it holds. We'll hope that it holds.
It was like your show after seeing Dead and Company at the Sphere, and my show after seeing Dead and Company at the Sphere. Remember those shows that I did one from Vegas, you did one from Vegas, and we were both crispy. Yeah.
How? Because I did a 3-night run. I went bang, bang, bang. I did 3 in a row. And here's another thing about that. Tales from Paulie Mac trying to do shows remotely. I broke my mic on that trip. Remember, I broke my mic stand. I don't know how I did, but I broke that. Yeah, that's everything. Right. I should never be entrusted to carry gear from point A to point B because I always break stuff. So, my mic stand never recovered. Don Peralta helped me get a new one, but I broke my mic stand on that trip. I remember that in my hotel.
Well, hey, man, it's hold on a second. What? Oh, look at this. Hold on. We got to do this for Neil Donardi. Stand freaking by, Paulie, because Neil Donardi just jumped in. And this is our guy from Longbridge Pizza. We love Neil. Andrew Markoulis. I'm at the LBP PMP studios as we speak. And stand by,
you're
Paulie.
Right now?
Yes, business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
Neil Dinner. Yes, I'm at Longbridge right now, Paulie, and I'm going to be going downstairs and grabbing a pie later to bring them to the kids and some Caesar salad. But he says, take over Longbridge Monday of Springsteen.
I'll see you there. I'll freaking see you there, Neil. I'll whack down a Polymac particle pie, and then I'll go over to the gig. And that's awesome. Very generous of you, Neil. Thank you so much. I had a nice little back and forth with Neil last night. You know what he was doing? I assume he was at the shop. I assume he was at LBP.
No, he was at Bear Bottle. He was doing a pop-up at Bear Bottle.
Oh,
he does those.
Right.
I think it's every other Thursday. He does a pop-up at Bear Bottle right there in Glen Park off of 280. Get there, or in between 101 and 280, I should say. But he does it, I think, every other week. Correct me if I'm wrong, Neil, but we're going to do a Longbridge spot here in a few minutes. But
no, let's do it right now. We got Neil on board. The time is now. Let's strike while the iron is hot. I got Neil's face right there. Let's do this and leave him up there. I like it.
Oh, looks good.
I'll tell you the truth. Between you and me, it's one of my favorite mugs of all time. The mug
Yeah.
of a Denardi. It's freaking second to none. But anyway, Tony, he was working last night, and he texted me that he was listening to the PMP playlist from 2025. And he was like, damn, there's a lot of good stuff on here. And I'm like, yeah, no, there really is. And again, if you're new to the show, when we do the music assignment, we will add our chosen songs to the playlist. And we have a new one up. I put one on Spotify. It's called PMP 26, and it's a public playlist. So you can listen anytime you want, download it, stop by, select tunes, whatever you want. But the one we did from last year, Tony, it has over 12 hours of music from the whole year compiled. And Neil was digging it, and he's right. There is a lot of good stuff on there. There really is.
It's funny. When Neil and I were slinging pies a few weeks ago at bingo night at school, for the kids' school is bingo night, and Neil asked me to help him sling pies. We had music going, and I'm like, oh, man, this is a good track. And I just kept thinking, oh, this is good. This is good. And then I asked Neil, I said, what are we listening to here? And he goes, dude, it's your guys' playlist. And I was like, oh my God, it was the PMP playlist. So it's all about the songs we select and the PMP Familia selections that put this playlist together. And it was good because it was like, it's all over the map, dude. Right? Like today, this assignment today will be all over the map. And I'm looking forward to what we unearth later on in the show. But Neil was digging the music. And Neil, way to bring the playlist strong. And by the way, Neil, doing a pop-up next week at our the opening of Shoot 360, which is we're going to talk about it next week, but Zaza Pachulia is going to be there. Neil's going to pop up doing pizza, so it's we can talk about that next week, Paulie. But Neil's just out and about all over the Bay Area, especially the Peninsula.
He is like the angel of pizza on our shoulder. He is. He's like been sent from heaven. He's like he's like, you have like St. Anthony, you have St. Christopher. I think St. Christopher was like the patron saint of like getting you home safely or something like that. People put the St. Christophers on their car and all that. He's the patron saint of pizza. You know what I mean? He's got the flipper in his hand, the wooden thing. By the way, and thank you, Neil, very much. They're very generous of you to offer up Longbridge on a Bruce Monday. That's going to be killer. Tony, can I get an explosion real quick before I dive into Longbridge spot?
Can you get an explosion? You want an explosion? Stand by for an explosion.
I'll take another one, please. I just haven't heard it enough. I'm a huge don't hold out on the explosion, bro. I love that. Thank you, MC DJ T over there. I want to congratulate Stevie Bisecchio, another New Jersey product. He just got his Bruce tickets. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. I'm so happy. I really am happy it's working out. Like all the Bruce fans, looks like they're getting hooked up. So that's great. I'll see you at the gig. Now, Longbridge Pizza. Listen. We talk about Neil Denardi, the great service he does. He's become like just not only like he's way more than a sponsor at this point, man. He's a good friend of ours. And I just want to thank him for supporting the show. He was the first guy to kind of step up and be like, hey, I like what you guys are doing, man. Can I sponsor you? I'm like, yeah, please do. And it's just kind of blossomed from there. I mean, the way I view the Denardi family, I almost look at them like they're an outgrowth of my own family because he was nice enough to invite Tony and I to the Denardi Christmas party that they had down at the bocce courts. Where was that, Tony? South San Francisco proper?
Yes,
is that where
yes, the South San Francisco bocce courts, man. Who basically should be renamed the Denardi courts, man. They're just
if they know what's good for them, you know what I mean? Because we went down there, and I'm talking the entire Denardi family, dude. You know what blew me away too? Neil's parents came to my gig at Brisbane Inn. Like his parents were there watching the show. Anyway, the Denardi family is money, and so is Longbridge Pizza. If you are one of the uninitiated, can't stress it enough. You guys know how serious I am about my pizza. I would never steer you wrong in that capacity. So get on down to Longbridge Pizza. They're right there on 3rd Street. We talked about it, right down the street from Chase Center, 2347 3rd in the Dog Patch, which is a killer neighborhood in the city. Dog Patch is also the home of our new friends at Standard Deviant, too. So there's a lot of good energy and good people in the Dog Patch area. It's like, to me, the little kind of, it's like a jewel of San Francisco right now. When you walk into Longbridge, you become an honorary member of what they call the Vibe Tribe. And you will see that they have the serious pizza with the laid back vibe. And again, shouting out my man, Steven, who also works at Longbridge. He puts together, I'm going to say, the greatest playlist I've ever heard. when you're eating food. Like they're playing all this incredible music. They have flat screen TVs all over the place. We had our opening day party there last year, and it went over it was a smashing success. So, Neil, thank you for everything you've done. Please do stop on by Longbridge this weekend. The Warriors are hosting. Warriors got smoked last night, by the way. That was tough to watch. Boston had their way. Without Steph, it was just tough. It was just a tough night out there. But anyway, they'll do it again. They got Denver coming in on Sunday. So stop by Longbridge. If you haven't tried it yet, you're going to thank me. Try some of the variety of pizzas they have. Their meatballs are incredible. They offer incredible variety of sandwiches on Wednesday. And you get on down there. Thank me later. If you're interested in having a private party, Neil can accommodate that. Just give him a call. They do deliver to select neighborhoods in the city. Neil's only thing he's ever asked us, he goes, guys, if you want to get this on the air for me, it would be a big help. When you place an order for delivery, if you live in San Francisco, do it on their website. Just go to longbridgepizza.com and place your to-go order, your delivery order that way, T. I'll let you kind of take it from here. But thank you, Neil, for all you do. And thank you to all the good people down at Longbridge Pizza. We freaking love you guys, man.
Paulie, I'm just going to share it. I'm not going to do some pizza porn. Because we've talked about their pizza many, many times. But this is the chopped cheese, which they will do on Tuesdays. Okay,
yeah, so good.
Tuesdays, and then we talk about the pizza all the time. I love the Nico. I love the hot and honey. The Island Vibin's really good. There's all kinds of different pizza options, but don't forget the Smack Stack and the chopped cheese are on Tuesdays. This is the chopped cheese. It's their version of a cheesesteak. Then you got Wednesdays. You got the chicken parm and the drunk cluck, which is the chicken parm, but with their homemade vodka sauce, nice. And also the meatball sandwich and the gabagool sandwich on Wednesdays. And then Thursdays, you got the Detroit style square pizzas. So, dude, not just great pizza, but also you got these options on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And there's the chopped cheese right there, which is a phenomenal item on Tuesdays, man. So check it out. Paulie, I know you've had the Smack Stack burger, which is phenomenal too. So I have.
It's amazing. Hey, can I interrupt this broadcast real quick, T? Because I think you can address somebody in the comment line right now. We have a dude on the line called Woods Hardwood, and he's got a nice picture of Dwight Clark there. I can see on the comment line. This is what he says. He goes, "I do feel like I should try the square pie." Tell him what's up with the square pie, T. Go ahead.
Well, hold on a second. By the way, I think this is follower 795 changed his handle to Woods-Hardwood or HWD. And he says, I do feel like I should have tried the square pie last night. So I guess he was in Longbridge last night.
I see. Okay.
And
yeah.
I got to say, yes, that's if I had to pick one item on the menu, like if somebody said, Tony, pick one, I would say the Sophia Detroit style square pie for me. And you got the burnt edges and all that stuff. I freaking love it, but you can't lose. You just can't lose, whatever you choose there. We got the pizzas and then the beers. Beer week starts next week, or it actually starts this weekend. San Francisco Beer Week starts. You know, Neil is all about the local beers, so there's probably gonna be some really good beers on tap. And then you, like you said, but you got Warriors ball while the Warriors are at home, and then do Giants baseball is a month away. We got Giant season starting, so then we can celebrate Giants baseball at Longbridge. And then Neil just posted as a super saying, let's do a pre-Bruce hang. Whoever is going to Springsteen on Monday, April 13th, we can do that at Longbridge. So lots coming up in the future for Longbridge Pizza and PMP. Probably very pumped.
A couple of quick things, Tony. I know time is of essence for you today, so I want to segue to the music assignment. But first, I have to do a couple of shout outs real quick. Hold on. I want to make sure I don't lose my place here. Okay, for starters, NorCal Refrigeration goes, Hans Lufa recommends the square pizza too. So you might want to queue up a quick edition of Hans Lufa. It's been a while. And then number two, don't ever let it be said that Bruce Springsteen is the only poet out of New Jersey. Let's give some love to my main man, Stevie B. You know what he just came in with? I don't know if you saw this, Tony. He made me laugh as soon as I saw this. He goes, if you're talking about Neil Donardi and his relationship with pizza, you're talking about the minister of mozzarella. You're talking about, Tony, you're talking about the deacon of dough. Holmes.
Nice.
100%.
Hey, Paulie, how about the Prince of Pepperoni? Can we go there as well?
Sure. How about the Sergeant of Sausage? I don't know.
Totally.
Yeah, no, I like the Minister of Mozzarella, Deacon of Dough. Well done, Stevie B. You're inspired by Bruce. I can tell. Hans
Lufa.
Hans Lufa. Sometimes he's got a stick, he'll get your back. Sometimes he's in your hand, and that's the facts. He might go low, and that's okay. Hans Lufa all day. He's got a special power. He'll scrub you in the shower. Exfoliate. Hans Lufa.
Hell yeah.
Come on.
Hell yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
good.
thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Also, shout out to at J49. What's up, brother? Great to see you, man. He says Tony wrote the beats. Is that true? You wrote those beats, Steve?
No, I did not write those beats. That's all Shank. That's all
That's all
David
hearsay.
Shanklin.
Yeah.
NorCal Refrigeration HVAC. That is all him, dude. Basically, Hans Lufa was something that our first or second show we talked about loofahs, and it was part of Tony's top 3. And I think I asked Paulie if you liked bar soap or liquid soap, and then it went on to, do you ever use a loofah? And then we were wondering who invented the loofah. Was his name Hans Lufa? And then David Shanklin, aka NorCal Refrigeration HVAC, created the song.
Hey, Tony, just another moment for New Jersey poets to come to the forefront. This one comes in from Scarlet Fire, my good friend Bonnie. She goes, Neil Donardi is the god of Gabagool. And
Nice.
I will, is that what you said? The god of Gabagool? Yeah, the god of Gabagool. And I got to make a contribution. So I'll come in and say, Neil Donardi is the prince of prosciutto. Okay, the prince of prosciutto. Tony.
And a good Pine Needle coming in saying the Sultan of Slice.
Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Neil's getting all kind of new handles today. The Minister of Mozzarella, the Deacon of Dough, the God of Gabagool, the Sultan of Slice, and the Prince of Prosciutto. Please do feel free to play along at home. Tony, I think it's time. I'm trying to be mindful of what's in front of you today. So let's cue up the music assignment and get that bad boy started, if you don't mind.
Yeah, okay, stand by, Paulie. But first of all, I do want to, we talked about heavenly birthdays for Cobain and Walter Becker.
Yeah.
But also a 60th birthday today, Paulie, for Cindy Crawford. Okay, for those of you who
sure.
Remember Cindy Crawford, she's 60 today. I want to say probably the most popular SI swimsuit. Do they even do the SI swimsuit edition anymore?
I believe they do. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah.
I'm just curious. And then also Phil Esposito, 84 today, Paulie. And then
thank you. Another Paisan, another great Paisan right there. Shout out Phil Esposito, dude, one of the great New York Rangers, Boston Bruins. You know, it's funny. Phil Esposito held a lot of the NHL scoring records until Wayne Gretzky came along and obliterated them. Yeah. But Phil Esposito is a cool cat. Shout out Phil Espo. I love that. Good call, T. Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, end of the first period, just a little update: 2-0 USA over Slovakia. 2-0.
Nice.
USA over Slovakia. End of the first period. So we are in intermission, and then Charles Barkley, friend of the program, friend of Tom Tolbert's, Charles Barkley, 63 today, Paulie, as we go to the musical assignment.
Wait a minute.
Peep this, particle heads. PMP's weekly musical assignment begins now, right now.
Tony, I'm sorry to interrupt the broadcast, but I literally have experiencing a moment of shock right here, and I hope this is a riff, but you asked the question. Big Al is coming in with information. He goes, guys, Pat Mahomes' wife was on the cover of the SI swimsuit issue. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. Why? Really? I don't know. Is that a riff, Big Al? Actually, don't even tell me. It's just going to upset me. I don't even want to know. I'm in too good a mood right now. Yeah.
Like, let us play the game.
That's all.
Like, let us be on the cover of the swimsuit issue, man. Like,
Isn't Kittle's wife on the cover of some magazine or the swimsuit issue? I think Kittle's wife is on it.
Big Al says I saw it. I believe you, dude. I believe you. That's Big Al and Chico. He says he's seen it with his own eyes. I'd rather not see it. I'm going to avert. I'm going to look away. Shout out Big Country. Look away. If anybody's with me on Big Country, look away, look away. Good track. Tony, go ahead.
Hang on, Paulie.
Trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
I just want to do a couple of supers, Paulie. Mark Gravy Graves coming in from the Sonoran Desert in Arizona. he gifted a Polymax Particle membership. Thank you, Gravy Graves. You're the man, dude. Enjoy spring training baseball. Enjoy Los D, Dan Cochimilio, and that Arizona posse. Enjoy those guys down there. Thank you. Escobar Cheeks the third on a Friday has got to duck out early for a marketing meeting, but my musical assignment. One song I sent was sampled by a member of NWA. Link was sent as well. I'll look on pollyspot@gmail.com for that. I'll look for that, Escobar. I'll dig deep in the email.
Much
And
love,
then-
Escobar. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, man. There's Scarlet Fire right there.
Yeah, Scarlet Fire says Stevie B, Dom Dom, Polly, Tramps Like Us. There you go. Nice.
100% freaking tramps like us. 1,000% tramps like us. Me and you, Bonnie. I will be there with you. Stevie B, the whole lot. I can't wait. I cannot freaking wait.
What is her steal? What's her steal your face? What's inside the head there? It's like
I assume that was some kind of SI thing. It's a I don't know. I was going to defer to you on that.
It's definitely baseball bats crossed, but I can't tell what the letters are. So, but Bonnie and I have a side thread going about SI baseball because my cousin's son Leo is pitching on the same team that her stepson is on. So
she says it's the Dolphin Club. The Dolphin Club.
Ah, okay.
Can I ask what is the Dolphin Club? I don't even like what is that?
Is that the one? Yeah, I don't know the Dolphin Club either.
You guys see the Alcatraz swim? Is that what that is? The Dolphin Club? I'm not sure. But anyway, shout out Dolphins Club. That's cool.
I love it. Okay, the swim club. And then hang on, Patty from Napa is a super checking in. She says, sorry for the tardy, but there it is. Happy Friday.
I got you, Patty.
Well, I just want to ask Patty if she's ever had the smuggler's blues.
Well, I was going to tell Patty, too. Don't be sorry for being tardy. It's always a good time to quote David Lee Roth in Hot for Teacher. I don't feel tardy. All right, Tony, let's start the GD musical assignment. For the love of God.
Stand by, Paulie. Are we going to do the guest?
By the way, we still have to do a Peralta Art spot, too, before we wrap. So we'll go music assignment, Arrow, Peralta Arts, if we could.
Yes, and we would like to do the PMP Familia with their musical assignment first, correct?
Yes, absolutely. Do you have the list, T?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay, that'll boy.
Tom Peralta, thank you for assembling. Right out of the gates, man. Aaron Kask.
What?
Right out of the gates, dude. His profile pic says listen to Black Sabbath, and then his choice for the day, Black Sabbath, Snowblind.
Aaron Cass, phenomenal. I love Snowblind. Great track. You know, I got to be totally honest, Tony. That never occurred to me. That's why I love the assignment. Like, I didn't even think of that, and I should have. Great call. Snowblind. Aaron Cask, me and you, brother, and Tony. All the Sabbath heads. Hell yeah.
And sorry to interrupt this musical assignment, Polly, but we got Los D checking in as a super. What's up, Los? And he says, Pinata sequel opening night. Dude.
Well, that's on HVAC. That was the Santa Cruz Mafia who provided I don't want to give these guys additional work to do, but they did. They brought the Patrick Mahomes pinata to our Christmas party, and we beat the living snot out of that thing, dude. We had a great time taking out our Mahomes frustrations. Listen, that's up to them, Losty. I like where your head's at, but that's up to Soccer Bowl and NorCal Refrigeration because those guys, I mean, Tony, those guys put a lot of work into that pinata. That thing was amazing.
It was incredible. It should be like we should bring that to every holiday frolic that we have. Just a show. We've already beat it to hell, so just bring it up and put it on for display. But hey, Soccer Bowl and HVAC. If you guys do have time to make a shady Shohei pinata, and by the way, the Mahomes pinata loaded up with herb and whiskey. That was incredible. That's just incredible. When I tell people about that, they think I'm BSing them. They don't think I'm like, no, you had to see it to believe it. Thank God there's video out there to support it, Paulie. So Shady Shohei, here we go. Back to the thank you guys, by the way. Let me get rid of that super, by the way. Thank you, Los D, for the super. And as we continue with the musical assignment, speaking of Shank, dude, he picked the song Winning by Santana.
Nice.
Winning by Santana. Who sings? Is that Greg Raleigh on vocals singing that?
No. But I think you're close. I think that might be Marty Ballin, who is another Jefferson Airplane guy. You're close. I'm pretty sure Marty Ballin, right? I'm winning. That's a funny song. But can I ask a question, Tony?
Go.
Oh, winning the medals. God, I am slow as molasses today. Duh. I got you. Hello. I was going to be like, what does that have to do with anything? I'm winning. I got it. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
I'm winning.
Yeah.
By the way, that song is in Stranger Things. I just saw an episode where I was like, wait
Dude,
a
I
second.
think it's in the Bruce movie too when he's with his girlfriend and they're driving around. It's in the freaking Springsteen movie as well. Yeah.
It is. It is, Polly. And by the way,
I like when sorry, Tony, just a moment for you and me, real quick. In the Deliver Me from Nowhere movie, Bruce buys a new car and he's driving around, and all of a sudden he's driving, and the DJ comes on and goes, "Yeah, let's hear some of the new Bruce Springsteen or whatever." And he's like, "No." He turns his own music off. It's pretty funny. He's like, "I can't stand myself. I got to turn that off." Do you remember that part when he was like, "No." Yeah.
Polly, I've been meaning to ask you this too. Again, another moment between Polly and I and the Bruce movie. The guy who goes to Bruce's house a lot and listens to the demos with him.
Yes.
It's not Landau. Is that
No.
Mike something?
No. Mike Appel. That was one of his original managers. I don't know who that guy's supposed to be. It's some kind of engineer or something, but I don't know. I honestly don't know who that character's supposed to be.
He's a larger dude.
Yeah,
right?
He's a big dude. Maybe Charlie, what's his name? Plotkin or something, you guys? Bruce PhDs, help me out on that one. But yeah, no, that's not Mike Appel. It's just some engineer, I think, Tony.
Did you know that guy who plays that role was also in Cobra Kai? That's all. That guy
100% he was in Cobra Kai. He was also in The Five Bloods, which is a great Spike Lee movie. He has a good role in that movie. He's been in a lot of stuff, that guy. He was also, actually, there's another one. He was in 2 Spike Lee movies. He was also in The Black Klansman. If you guys ever saw that, The Black Klansman, excellent film. He has a role in that too. He plays a despicable human being, but he does have a role in that. Yeah,
dude. Well, okay, so we got to get rolling with this list. This is a really good list.
Sorry.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a really good list because I'm looking down this list and I want to get to it. So Patty from Napa, she says Linda Ronstadt's Silver Threads and Golden Needles.
Phenomenal. That's Grateful Dead used to cover that. That's a great song. Nice choice, Patty. Phenomenal.
She says the live version with original 4 Eagles on that version. So
okay. I'm gonna find that. I want to hear that actually. That's awesome.
Lily Merchant, she says Shirley Bassey doing Goldfinger. How about that?
Nice. Nice. That Goldfinger. Nice. Yeah.
She says Mr. Lily chimes in with Susie and the Banshees doing Ornaments of Gold, which
look at you guys. I got Banshees coming at me now. Right. I saw Susie and the Banshees, by the way, on the Lollapalooza tour, 91. I saw them. Anyway, go ahead, Tony.
Escobar Cheeks the third says Foster Silver's Misdemeanor. Do you know it, Polly? I don't know it.
I don't think I do. With respect, I don't think I know that.
I am diving into that because Escobar's got a great ear. So I want to, especially, didn't he say NWA was involved?
He did. He said they sampled it. And I got to be honest, Tony, so far, every single contribution is a home run. These are some great selections today.
Dude, a home run, and I didn't think of any of these. So
neither did I.
Bon, aka Scarlet Fire, Bonnie. She says Grateful Dead's "Me and My Uncle." Grateful Dead's "Me and My Uncle" and Grateful Dead. Go ahead.
I thought about that several times because Bobby, the character in the song, is playing poker, and then they take the gold, and then they run away from the saloon and stuff. I thought the same thing. I was also thinking Jack Straw. I didn't use it, but there's we used to play for silver, now we play for life, all that stuff. Anyway, Tony, go ahead, and Bonnie, very nice. Thank you.
Great call. Mark Gravy Graves is another Black Sabbath fan. He says Black Sabbath, it's heaven and hell. Mark Gravy Graves, it's heaven and hell. Go for it, Gravy. Noemi checking in from Martinez. Noemi says Golden Years by David Bowie.
Great one. Yeah. Wop. Yeah.
Arkansas Dave, when he's not hanging out with Steve Caballero, he checked in and says Papa's Kitchen, Silver Lake. And then he said, I found this one for Polly. This band is headed by no other than Robert Bob Romanes, aka Mike Damone.
Oh my God. Thank you. I can't wait to hear that. Thank you. That's killer.
So the song is Papa's Kitchen and the band is Silver Lake. Love it. Stevie Grosh, old Grosh. We call him Grosh on the show. Cinderella's Long Cold Winter. He just says throw the whole album out there.
You know what? I'm with you, dude. Great album right there. The opening track, that blues number, and then you got that one, "I'm Coming Home." Great stuff. Great out. I should expect as much from Groeschel. Great call, brother.
Dude, Grosh on fire, by the way.
Yeah.
Greg Trela, who's going to be doing the musical assignment very soon for us, Paulie. Greg Trela checking in, and he says "Gold Dust Woman" by Fleetwood Mac. How about
Great
that?
song.
Man?
Great freaking song. This is great, dude. Great list today.
And also, he does a honorable mention for Ennio Morricone and Metallica's "Ecstasy of Gold." How about that? So good job, Greg.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
"Ecstasy of Gold," by the way, Ennio Morricone. The remix of that is so good. Jerome checking in. David Bowie's "Golden Years." That's 2 for Golden Years. I love it. Jerome and Noemi on the same page.
So far, that's going to be the one from the audience because that's had multiple votes. But keep going, T.
That's a good vocal on that tune, by the way. Corinne Sartorio. We love Corinne. Fleetwood Mac's "Gold Dust Woman." So second vote
That's
for "Gold Dust
We got
Woman."
a tie. We got a freaking tie here. I love both those songs. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, this is great, man. Oh, okay. So then we got Richard De Leon. What's up, Richard De Leon? He says "Outcasts Elevators," and he says "Me and You" in parentheses. "Outcasts Elevators."
Okay.
And then he also says "Golden Zero Academy Orchestra" doing "Golden Hour." Wow, dude. See,
nice.
all of these selections are incredible, man. Like they're all over the map. Then we've got Dom Peralta, our guy Dom, our art director, and Peralta Arts and Stellar Design. "Golden Road" by Grateful Dead. And then he says Neil Young's "Heart of Gold." So, dude,
another obvious one I didn't even think of. And just a quick qualifier here from Gravy, because I was puzzled when he threw "Heaven and Hell" out there by Sabbath. That's a Ronnie James Dio Sabbath record. He goes, here's the lyric: "When you walk in the golden halls, you will get to keep the gold that falls." Shout out Ronnie James. Rest in peace. And thank you, Gravy. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, bro.
See, I love the selections that make you go deep into the lyrics, right? It's not just in the title. Tom Stack, our boy Tom Stack in the East Bay in the La Miranda corridor, Coldwell Banker. If you're buying or selling a home, Tom Stack. Rolling Stones. Oh, "You Got the Silver."
Dude, I was this close to taking that. I'm so glad I didn't. But good call, Tom. So that's a Keith Richards vocal right there. And a great pull by Stack. Nice.
"You Got the Silver" is so good. He also says Rolling Stones "Winter." Rolling Stones "Winter," dude.
I almost did that one too. Dude, Tom Stack and I. Okay, go ahead.
You see how Tom Stack can entertain you with stories and musical accompaniment if you're buying a house with Tom. That's good stuff. Ray Goodman. Sorry, Ray Goodman checking in. "Golden" by Jill Scott, dude. See, "Golden" by Jill Scott. Did not see that coming, dude.
Shout out Ray Goodman. Nice. Okay.
Ray Goodman, the Soulmates. Give us a gig, Ray. Patrick Patton, the creator of Particle Land, checks in with Merle Ives, "Silver and Gold." Wow.
I don't know it, but okay. That's awesome. Thank you.
Me neither. What the hell? Pine Needle. Is this a real song? I don't know. All it says is "I pee freely," and I don't know if that's the band or if that's the song, and then either the band or the song, "Golden Shower." So
I think I don't know what's going on with that one. It's a riff, and if it's real, I can't even imagine the lyrics. Hey, do you guys know "Golden Shower," by the way? Yeah.
It's by "I pee freely." Oh yeah, I gotcha. Nice, Pine. And then Dennis Morrison rounds out the list with U2's "Silver and Gold."
I was waiting for it. That's a good song too. I like "Silver and Gold." All right, so we got ourselves a two-way tie. What I'll do is I will put "Golden Years" and "Gold Dust Woman" both on the playlist to represent the P&P Familia. And thank you guys. You get exceptional contributions today. Tony, I'll go first. You go second. We'll do Peralta Arts, and then we'll drop the curtain. How's that sound? Okay.
Sounds great, dude. And by the way, Stevie B, hold on. Stevie B is a super prenatal particles. Wife will be 6 months pregnant with our first at Bruce Springsteen. Stardom Young.
Good.
Set wishes.
Good. Yeah.
Incident on 57th. Hard to be a saint in the city. Those are.
I'll take either one. I'll take either one in a freaking heartbeat. That's the one I stood next to Tony with tears streaming down my face. First time I saw Incident on 57th, I wasn't ready for it. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Bruce we'll get into that later. Bruce gets me very emotional at his gigs. Tony, and thank you, Stevie B. Great stuff. I'm going first. And I think if I'm not mistaken, it's hard to believe, but we've never had this band. I don't believe we've ever had a contribution from this band. I'm talking about, Tony, you ever hear of the Beatles? You ever hear that band called the Beatles? Yeah, I don't think they've ever had representation on the playlist. So I'm going to end that right now. This is probably my favorite Beatles record, Abbey Road.
Nice.
And I like side 2. I'm a big side 2 fan when they have that mishmash of all those songs. And the song is Golden Slumbers, where McCartney, it's I think one of his greatest vocals. He kind of does his screaming thing and it sounds really awesome. So Golden Slumbers from the Beatles, if you've ever heard of them. And then number 2, another band. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of these. You guys ever heard of the Rolling Stones? You ever heard of them? By the way, the album cover, Tony, I need to show you the front and back. You tell me what's going on here, other than large amounts of heroin, probably. From 1974, we're going to the Goat's Head Soup album. Can you see the cover?
Dude.
I got Jagger. I don't know what's going on. And then the back is Richards. No songs. There's no print. There's nothing listed. It just says Goat's Head Soup with Richards.
What year is that?
That's 74. Billy Preston's on this record, actually. Billy Preston plays keys on this. Anyway, the name of the track is Silver Train. Serious rocker from the Rolling Stones, like a heavy rock and roll groove. Great Keith Richards work. So Silver Train.
Dude.
For your head.
Hold that up there, Polly. Just hold that up there real quick.
I got to see if it's. Hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
Keith Richards, ladies and gentlemen. So Silver Train from the Stones and Golden Slumbers from the Beatles. Tony, finish strong, brother, man.
I'm just going to give us one selection, and it's from an artist who I haven't heard any new music from this artist in a while, but he was on a roll for a good chunk of time. And if you've ever seen him live, you know that he's phenomenal live, especially with different form. He's at a couple different bands. But I'm going Ben Harper. And when I saw Ben Harper, I saw him with the Innocent Criminals, was the band that he played with, Ben Harper and the Innocent Criminals. But he has a song off of the Ground On Down album, which is Fight for Your Mind. Fight for Your Mind is the album. Great album by Ben Harper. And the song is called You Look Like Gold, which is nice. So good. And those of you who know the tune, you look like gold to me. Oh, man, it's so good. Dude, look at Big Alan Chico says golden earring. Nice call, dude.
Yeah.
Gold. You look like gold. You look like gold. Ben Harper, buddy. Ben freaking Harper.
And I'm going to say, Tony, I think that's the first time we've ever had a Ben Harper song on any of our playlists either. I don't think we've ever done Ben Harper. It's crazy that we've never done the Beatles, but we finally get them in the mix today. So thank you guys for playing. Thank you for a great week. I want to end the show today by giving some love to Peralta Arts and Company, our great friend Dom Peralta, who's done so much, as you guys know. I mean, the guy's done so much for the show. He does work for the show every stinking day. We need to give Dom like a Nobel Peace Prize or something. You know what I mean? We need to like award him some kind of like charitable thing because he's done so much for us. And
does Dom win next year's Denardi? You know,
well, we don't want to give anything away, but I would say it's definitely a possibility. You know what I mean? It's definitely a possibility. So far, the first annual Denardi went to the namesake. Neil Denardi won his own trophy, which stands proudly at Longbridge Pizza, right next to the frame photo of Rags. I think when you go in, you enjoy that. But Peralta Arts and Company, that's Dom's artistic company. That's where he does all his real work, and that's where graphic design, illustration, music and pop culture all collide. Again, I'm not saying this is actually what Dom put in the script today. So Dom says he's proud to be working with Polymac and Friends to develop a logo and design that captures the spirit of music together. And again, we're gigging at Brisbane Inn on March 20th, 2026. He even threw a y'all in there. That's right, y'all. And again, just remember this with Dom, your story deserves bold visuals. Peralta Arts and Company brings them alive with Bay Area soul. Contact Peralta Arts to bring your next vision to life. You can email Dom anytime, Dominic at Stellar Design. You can also call him 650-796-3144. And by the way, you know, I don't know this for sure, but I would assume I'd be willing to bet that Dom probably does like a poster for our opening day party this year at Standard Deviant. So those will be available for all of you guys. You want to purchase one is kind of a like a keepsake from the event. I'm sure Dom will have something special for us. That would be my guess. So definitely support Dom. Support Dom's efforts. He does a lot for the show. Visit his merch page, buy some shirts and buttons and posters. He's done all kind of customized stuff for all the different events we do. And for the PNP Familia, let me say this. He says it's already in the works. I'm not surprised. Thank you, Dom. this will be the first of our Familia get-togethers this year. We'll do a bunch of them, and this will be the first one, just like last year. Yeah, there's the Holiday Frolic poster, which I thought was really cool. Tony, PMP and Ain't Easy. Ain't that the truth? And Dom did a really cool, that's kind of like what the area looks like, where Standard Deviant is. It's kind of like in an old little section of San Francisco with some old warehouses and stuff. Really cool part of town. Yeah, Pier 70. Thank you, Dom. I see it on the poster right there. So I see the globe right there. So anyway, guys, this will be the first of our get-togethers. Please do come on out. There's no charge. There's no tickets. You don't have to do it. Just show up. That's all we're asking. Just show up. Standard Deviant Brewery. We'll start arriving at 4:30 on March 25th, and we will be rooting for the Giants as one big, loud, collective voice. I want to say thank you, Dom. I want to say thank you, Tom Stack. I want to say thank you, Los D, Dan Coach Emilio. Who else am I forgetting, Tony?
Dr. Matt Young, Longbridge
Matt Young.
Pizza. Yeah, we love Dr. Matt Young and the Young Dental Group of San Francisco. Get those pearly whites taken care of. You mentioned Dan. You mentioned Los D. All of our sponsors, Tom Stack, everybody. Thank you so much for making this show possible. Seriously,
Very much.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Hey, Tony, I hope you're impressed with my discipline. Look at the clock. I got you right out on time. Are you impressed?
Totally
I hope I'm
yeah.
impressed with myself. I can't believe we pulled this off. Tony does have to go. He's got 4 seconds left until he has to go. Thanks for all you do, Tony. Yes.
Speaking of time, just giving an update. I think we're about 13 minutes left in the second period, and it's 2-0 USA over Slovakia. So everybody go check out USA men's hockey, and hopefully it's another USA Canada final. Paulie, I'm going to play some sound. Stand by.
So say good night to the bad guy.
And
Pelican fly. Come on, Pelican.
hey, Canada, you made it to the gold medal game.
Oh, good for you.
There we go, Paulie. And then just because
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
Rules are, there ain't no rules.
If you need a beer, grab a beer.
that's all. And then
Utah, give me 2.
and then Paulie.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Thanks again, guys. It's been a really great week, and we'll do it again next week. Everybody have a nice weekend. Be safe. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves, and meet us right back here, high noon on Monday. We will review the entire weekend. U.S. men, go get that gold. Onward and upward. Tony, have a great weekend, and much love to all of y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you Monday. Cheers, everybody.
Peace, y'all. Have a great weekend.